The Rogers Raiders hood. Well, all kinds of shit, right? All kinds of news going on. Cut candidates. Will Trey Tucker be cut from the Las Vegas Raiders? Will he be traded? Also, my guy, Dylan Labe, is he a cut candidate for the Las Vegas Raiders? We'll get into that. I'll just give you my answer now. I don't believe so. Um, between special teams, you know, third down back plays out of the backfield. I think he has a spot on this roster. Even as a receiver, you've seen the guys that we've hired, we brought in. Um, so I don't believe he's on the block. But rookie of the year candidates, is it too much pressure to start talking rookie of the year? Terrio McMillan, Shane Butler was good. To Terrio McMillan, Travis Hunter, Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, Travion Henderson, Omarion Hampton, um, Colston Loveland, Tyler Warren. Um, it's all good, my brother. Glad you were gifted a membership. Um, you know, the list goes on and on. Who could possibly be in the running for rookie of the year? He could very well be, man. That was an absolute steal, my guy Shane Butler. Um, as always, what's good? What's good, Jeff? Appreciate you popping up. Uh, you know how the Philadelphia Eagles do. They always just get those guys that land in their laps. I don't know how many people passed on Jahad Campbell. Obviously, 30 teams. I don't know the reason why. Everybody could use a linebacker like that, a hybrid guy. So, the Philadelphia Eagles strike gold again, in my opinion. And yes, he could very well be competing for defensive rookie of the year, in my opinion. Um, my guy Jeff, what's good? Rocking over there. Go check it out. Um, but yeah, there's not, you know, Ashton Genty. Um, let's break it down, right? T Mac has a chance, if he can put up numbers to be in that rookie of the year conversation. Obviously, Travis Hunter, you know, one of the best corners um, that was in this draft, very highly rated. Most people say he's going to play offensive receiver. So if you're playing receiver, offensive, rookie of the year, he's definitely a candidate. How much will they use him? Will they swap him around? Are they going to put him on defense? Is he going to play every down, you know, for Jacksonville? That is the question on the offensive side of the ball. So, um, and then we got our guy Ashton Genty, right? I've heard the numbers. People are saying 1,700 yards, 1,600 yards, 1,500 yards. If he gets anywhere close to that, bro, I'm happy. But last year, our leading running back had 420 yards. Um, so drafting a guy sixth overall, yes, the pressure is on him. But how much pressure really is on him? Is he going to be a 30 down, 30 carry a game back? I don't believe so. Um, very possibly. But we do have other backs. We have Mostert in there. I believe he's going to get a bulk of the carries. It's going to be running back by committee. I don't think it's going to be all Ashton Genty. I don't believe they put the pressure on that kid. But I believe every time he touches the ball, he has a chance to make a dynamic play. Whether it's breaking tackles, it doesn't always have to be a 60-yard play or an 80-yard play to be a dynamic play. The man gets hit in the backfield 112 times or 119 times last year, turned it into 1,200 yards. I know it's college. I know that's a big difference, but this dude is a stud. So he does have he does have a chance. He's one of these guys um, that's going to a damn good situation. Omarion Hampton going to a damn good team, made the playoffs last year. He has a chance to produce and put up big numbers also. What my guy Shane says, nice cut, G, like it, appreciate it. Um, But offensive wise, Cam Ward drafted number one overall. He's going to the Tennessee Titans, a team that has struggling offensive line, no running back. Um, we'll see what they drafted, how it comes out. They have a new head coach, a new general manager, a rookie quarterback. Are they going to put him in a system to win? Is he going to be Jaden Daniels? I don't think so. I don't believe Cam Ward or Jackson Dart or any of these guys are going to put up the numbers that JD5 did last year. The guy just had everything, built around him. He got put into a damn good system with a damn good coaching staff, with three former head coaches on the staff. The whole uh, virtual reality shit really helped that kid, and I think it's going to help a lot of these kids. Coming out this year. Um, I like the Eagles, Titans, and Saints. Damn. uh, Rebel, do you like everything Philly like me, or just like one of the teams for every sport? Um, Most of my teams are Cali teams. I mix it around. I kind of like. I'm just a Raider fan, bro. When it comes to football, I'm a Raider fan. I like certain players, that I want to see do well. But other than that, yo, Farmer, what's good? What's good? Uh, but yeah, man, let me know in the comments. Who do y'all think has a chance to be rookie of the year? Or who do you think is going to start out, being that hot guy? Is it going to be Omarion Hampton? Is it going to be my guy Travion Henderson, who I think went to a monster situation where this dude is, has a chance to shine from day one right off the rip. So, um, let me know. Let me know. Drop your comments. Let me know who you think is going to be offensive rookie of the year and who you think is going to be defensive rookie of the year. Um, Defensive wise, that's to me, I think it's a way bigger, broader perspective and question on the defensive side because it can go either way, man. There were some stud corners, linebackers, um, defensive tackles, defensive edge rushers. It's kind of hard to say, right? Kind of hard to say when you get to that side. But offensive wise, um, could Ty Robinson? Bro, I wouldn't put it past him. I would not. Ty Robinson was a hell of a pickup. I don't know how they do it, bro. But yeah, they could. What? Oh, probably because I can't read, or I just assumed it was farmer instead of fammer. My bad. I apologize. Um, Rookie of the year is going to be Travis Hunter. Why do you say that? I don't believe his rookie of the year is going to be Travis Hunter. I don't think he has a shot, in my opinion. To be honest, I don't think he has a chance. Do you know who his other wide receiver is on the other side? It's BTJ, bro. Brian Thomas Jr. Travis Hunter is not better than Brian Thomas Jr. We can have this debate all day long. It's not even close, in my opinion. Now, upside, we could talk about that, maybe. But Brian Thomas Jr. is catching all the balls, pause if necessary. That dude is, I don't know how he slipped to where he did in the draft last year, in my opinion. I don't know, Trevor Lawrence got hurt. He had a rough year, but they didn't use him like they should have from the jump, from get go. So Travis Hunter has his work cut out for him, bro. It's not going to be even close to easy. He's got his work like Shador Sanders, and we'll get to that. Work cut out for him. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Rookie of the year candidates, bro. It's not, there's some sleepers in there. There's some sleepers in there. You could say the Dante Thornton Jr. could very, very well be one of those surprise guys in the rookie of the year talk. Um, in this system with Pete Carroll, the way he can get the best out of every player that he's ever coached, it seems like might have some competition for rookie of the year over there in the Raiders camp. Jack Beck, another guy that could easily have 1,000 yard season, just like Brock Bowers, which I don't see happening because you got Brock over there. So for the receivers in the Raiders room, probably not a good chance. But you got tight ends like Colston Loveland in a great, great opportunity to have Brock Bauer numbers, right? So he's one of those dudes. What else? What you got to say? Rebel, can I ask your thoughts on the Eagles' grade in the draft? Um, who all did they get? Hold on. Before I talk out my ass because I don't want to just make shit up. But I think they had a damn good draft. Um, and another damn good UDFA. So 2005 draft picks. All right, so who do they got? Who do they got? I'm waiting for this to pop up. I'm outside. Internet is probably not as good as it should be. All right, so round one. Damn it, stay up, stay up. So the Eagles got Jahad Campbell. They moved up one spot. Kansas City should have probably took him. Um, that's an A plus. That's an A plus all day. They got safety. Oh damn, they got Andrew Makuba from Texas. Tyra. Okay, it's an A, bro. It's an A. I'm not even gonna look at the rest. Mac Williams from Central Florida. I don't know much about, but Samuel Mondin out of Georgia, a damn good linebacker. Y'all got Molden and Campbell. Kyle McCord. Kyle McCord can easily be battling for that backup spot, which is probably why they got rid of Pickens because they're like, bro, he don't stand a chance. Um, they killed it. They killed it, bro. They absolutely killed it. I'm not gonna lie. Jeez Louise. Yeah. Cameron Williams out of Texas. How did they get all these people? They had the bottom picks in every category. And somehow these cats end up with a crazy, crazy draft, dude. They got Antoine Powell rolling from Virginia Tech. That team is nasty, bro. So I'm gonna give it an A all day. The Eagles clean house. Definitely, you know, a team that just won the Super Bowl to come in and fill positions from whatever they lost in free agency is, just kudos to that organization, bro. They know how to draft. They have damn good players every single year. Um, the GM, the coaching staff, the assistants, the scouts, bro. It's from top to bottom. The Eagles are a damn good organization, and they did the smartest thing they could have did by getting Kyle McCord out of Syracuse. I mean, that's the same style Jalen Hurts. He can throw the ball deep. He's mobile, athletic. If anything happens to Jalen Hurts, bro, they got they got a damn good quarterback to come in, right off the rip. Um, just, Tyler Warren, yeah, Tyler Warren's nasty, bro. Tyler Warren is a guy that could have Brock Bowers numbers, easy, very easy. What's good, Arnie Gaza in the building? Appreciate you pulling up, my guy. So, um, yeah, I give it an A. I give it an A. But let's get into this. So, the Raiders have brought in Malik Williams, UNLV quarterback. Um, Hajah Malik Williams, UNLV quarterback. They have also brought in Demelion Brown out of Arkansas. They have brought in running back Devin Ford out of Notre Dame. Khalil Griffin out of Lamar, another running back. Tight end Jake Roberts out of Oklahoma. We need three linebackers. He could very well make this squad. Um, who else we got? Tackle Jeremy James out of Ole Miss. Bliss Harris at a TCU tackle. Dustin Hall at a ECU inside linebacker. Another inside linebacker and Josh Carlin at a UCLA. Damn good tackler, aggressive defense. I like Josh Carlin. Not a bad pickup. Um, who was on your three CBS? We'll get to that. Um, Center, which we definitely need more centers. You know, I keep talking about my guy Will Putnam. I think the dude definitely is starting caliber center in the league, and if we can keep him as a backup on the roster and he doesn't get snatched up off the practice squad, but we're bringing in Connor Pay BYU, Weston Franklin out of Virginia Tech, and Tanner Miller out of Michigan State. Um, Interior D line Kevin Pointer out of Wake Forest. Raider Ryan, what's good? What's good? Um, Kevin Pointer can make some noise. Definitely make some noise. And I know Arnie Garza was one that brought it up. The roster, right? And I think you're talking about it now. Who's the dark horses? We talked about it about a month ago, right? I broke down who I thought was going to make the team, who I thought wasn't going to make the team. A lot of those guys are already gone. I'm not saying shit. I'm just saying a lot of the guys I said weren't going to be here aren't here, right? Jack Jones, um, free agents. The list goes on and on. So roster wise, we'll get into that. Like you can see, I'm outside. I don't have a computer in front of me. I got an iPad, so it's a little rough. Can't pull shit up. Can't break anything down. But I might pull up a little later and do that shit, or I don't know, tomorrow sometime. Edge rusher Jahafi Harvey at a SMU, another athletic freak, chisel dude. Um, this camp is going to be rough, bro. It's going to be rough for a lot of players that think they have a spot. Nothing is guaranteed in this camp, I guarantee you. So look for this roster to be completely different. Completely. I know we have, the third, fourth youngest roster in the NFL. Look for it to get a lot younger. I'm just saying. The guys that we brought in on UDFA, Ja Joyner, Mello Dotson, these dudes are coming in hot. I guarantee you. Who else we got? Um, Isaiah Rutherford at a UMass corner. The sneaky pick. Write it down, mark it down. Arnie Garza, take a note. Kendall Paul, bro. Kendall Paul. Watch out for this kid to make this roster. Now, he might be on the practice squad, but he very well could end up making this roster. I'm telling you. The speed, um, the size isn't all there, but if you like Meek Robinson, you're going to love Kendall Paul. Faster, aggressive, just a beast um, cover wise. So remember that name, Kendall Paul. Rondo Johnson, cornerback out of Baylor. Don't know much about. Jordan Taylor out of James Madison. I watched a little bit of film on him. decent player, but right now just bodies. I don't even see making a practice squad, but I could be wrong. Um, then we got I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Quinn Schultz, I guess, out of Iowa. Gamby Goff out of Air Force. Herman Smith out of Colorado. Gavin Stewart, kicker out of Georgia Southern, and long snapper Tom Callahan out of Syracuse. So these are all these cats that are coming in trying to earn a spot on this roster. I love the way we're going, man. I love the way this we're going right now, the direction we're going. The guys we are bringing in are guys that love football. I've preached this before the draft. This was the style that we were going with. Guys that love football, guys that put in the work, guys that are prepared, guys that all they worry about is football. These are the guys we have in the building. These are the guys that are going to be competing for this Las Vegas Raider team. And whoever makes this roster is going to be the best of the best. Like we heard all that shit last year. They don't care about the name on the jersey, where you were drafted, what you get paid. We heard all that shit. It didn't stand up. This year, it's going to stand up. I promise you. If you ain't on your shit, if you don't know your spot, if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, whether you're standing on the sideline and they're asking questions, whether it's in film room, what should you do here? What should you do there? If you don't have the answer, bye bye, bro. Kick rocks. I'm telling you. Um, it's it's gonna be no play. The Raiders are coming in hot, and everybody said we're not making the playoffs. We're not going to compete. Bullshit. This team's competing this year. I guarantee you, bro. We're competing. Have you seen our roster? I mean, have you seen our schedule? There's no way we don't compete. There's no way we don't compete. We have weapons galore on the offense. We lacked last year. We have healthy defense. We lacked last year. This is a new time, a new regime, a new day, and I'm telling you, the NFL is taking notice right now because they know what I know that you should know. This team is going to be scary, bro. Scary. Um, let's get into the chat. Rebel, can I ask? I already got to that. It's getting cold as hell out here. Um, I got Shane. Rebel, who will be our three starting cornerbacks with CBS? Is that right? Cornerbacks? Um, damn good question. Damn good question. Right now, if I had to be a betting man, I would bet on Eric Stokes. I would bet on Jacorian Bennett, and I would definitely bet on the rookie Darian Porter Jr. That's the three starters. Those are going to be the dudes. Now, what package we run, whether it's nickel, whether it's dime, um, we ran a lot of 4-2-5. We'll probably run a lot of that shit. Cover three, like we a lot of cover three. If that's the case, look for those to be the dudes, right? I mean, the speed on Jacorian Bennett, 4-3. The speed on Darius Porter Jr., 4-3. Eric Stokes still got that 4-3 speed. If not, it's 4-4 somewhere in there. Um, but I'm not counting out DCam. I'm not counting out DCam. He was thrown into a fire last year. We've seen how Jacorian Bennett went from his first year to the second year. And I believe Decamarion Richardson is going to make that jump. And it's going to be a comp. It's going to be a competition. We also have, like I just said, Kendall Paul. Watch out for guys like that. Watch out for these sneaky UDFAs that didn't get drafted, that have a chip on their shoulder, that are going to come in swinging for the fences. They're going to come in hot. Um, but right now, I think that's my starting three. I think it's Jacorian Bennett. I think it's Eric Stokes and Darius Porter Jr. I think those are the three. Those are the main guys. Um, do you forget we signed? Azir Alazir. No, no, I did not. Um, who are your dark horses to make the 53-man roster? That I will need the computer for. I have to have a list in front of me. My brain doesn't work like it used to. So for me to project off the top of my head who's going to make it and who's not going to make it, that's rough. But if you didn't watch the video, go back and watch the video. I broke down the roster. Who was going to make it, who wasn't going to make it, who was going to be fighting for their life to make it. Trey Tucker was one of them. Dylan Parham was another. Um, Thayer Munford. Thayer Munford is another. If you can't find a trade partner for these guys, look for them to be cut. I don't see us keeping them on the practice squad. Um, we brought in bigger, stronger, faster guys than Dylan Parham. I like Dylan Parham. I like him a lot. I think he played his ass off, for his size. The dude's a baller. He has the heart to play the position. He just doesn't have the weight, and he gets bulldozed by those, 320, 340-pound defensive skates. So Parham has a battle. Parham definitely has a battle. Thayer Mumford has a battle. Dylan Labe probably is going to be fighting for that spot also. Does he make somewhere, the fourth running back? Does he make the third running back? A lot of people assume it's Sincere McCormick. I'm not, I've been on that Sincere McCormick train for the last 2 years. Shit never worked out. It never worked out. The dude got his chance, couldn't stay healthy, got his chance, couldn't stay healthy. I wish him the best. I wish him the best. But the health issues just concern me. And, made a best man win in camp. But I think Dylan Labe just brings another aspect to this running back room that we don't have. He's one of the best receivers on this roster. He could run kickoff returns, he could run punt returns. You can use him in a lot of different ways. So for that, I see him constantly being on there. And if Lobby makes the roster, then it's bye bye Zamir White. I mean, I don't see him putting him on the practice squad. I know he's in the final year of his contract. Maybe they give him that shot. But with the UDFAs we've brought in, which not a lot of running backs, right? Um, Rookie camp guys, not a lot of running backs. So basically, the running back battle is within the building. The guys that are already there. I think Collier already got cut. I do believe. I heard Mitchell Renz saying today or yesterday for his cut candidates. Maybe Collier makes the team. I believe he's not on the team already. I think he got cut. Um, what else? Hawaiian Candy salute. What's good? What's good? May the force be with you. I'm Team Jedi. Love. Yeah, yeah. We watched a little bit of Star Wars last night. Well, I mean, the family did. I didn't. And yeah, it's the fifth. So, um, I don't know. I'm a rebel, so I kind of like the Siths, but I kind of like the Jedi's. So I don't know. I'm just a Star Wars fan. I like Star Wars. Don't really matter. Um, who wins? It's the ongoing saga. Rebel, are you buying Genty number 2 jersey? Pff, come on, man. You already know. You already know. If y'all don't know, I've been the biggest, longest advocate for Ashton Genty since day one when everybody said it was a luxury pick. We didn't need a running back. We didn't have the roster. We didn't have the coaching staff. I told y'all it was Ashton Genty. You don't think I'm going to buy the damn jersey? Come on, man. Come on. Um, is AOC fine? AOC is fine, bro. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. Cam Miller, Oh shit, that was almost bad. Yeah. Cam Miller is definitely more athletic than AOC. I mean, I'd be a fool to sit here. Tony Chef was good. I'd be a clown to sit here and say that Aiden O'Connell is more athletic than Cam Miller, right? I'd look like a fool. However, I'm not a fool and I'm not a clown. I don't have no makeup on my face. Cam Miller is more athletic than AOC. It's not even a competition. However, when it comes to intelligence, when it comes to being in the playbook, to knowing your opponent, to knowing your job, you can't fuck with AOC when it comes to that. I'm telling you. This kid is in the weight room. He's pumping it up. Pop, pop, pop. Got them guns bumping. Got the gut, trimmed down a little bit. The kid's going to be ready. He's going to be ready. He's going to be the backup. He will be number two. Write it down. Mark my words. Listen to whoever you want to, all the other content creators, all the shit you see on TV. Aiden O'Connell's number two, bro. Number two. And don't be surprised if he could somehow, it is the NFL. Injuries happen. Be number one again. I'm just saying. So don't hate on Aiden because you're going to have to cheer for him eventually. It's the NFL. Everybody gets hurt. What, 62 starting quarterbacks the year before? I believe 40 or 50 something starting quarterbacks last year. You got to have a backup. And you don't want it to be a Cam Miller, Division One school, right? I mean, isn't that what we say? We keep the same energy with everything. Not everybody keeps that same energy. For some, a running back at Division One school will never make it, but a quarterback who went 45-3 could come in and be the backup quarterback right away. I don't think so. I think he's going to have to sit. He's going to have to learn. Does he have a chance to play in the NFL? I mean, he has the size. He has the arm strength. He has, obviously the brain power. The Raiders wouldn't have gave him a shot. Tom Brady's seen something in his kid, like he's obviously seen in Aiden O'Connell, to be working out with him, um, to be watching film with him, to be going over quarterback shit. I think AOC is good. Rebel, is Snowden not going to make the 53-man roster? I don't know why he's still on it. This is no hate on Snowden. I've said this before. There should be no tolerance, absolutely no fucking tolerance in the NFL for drinking and driving. Our planet, on the planet, period. There should be no tolerance for that shit. You make way too much money to not be able to call a fucking Uber, call a limo, call a fucking helicopter, call a jet, bro. You can call a jet to come pick your ass up from the bar. You make so much money. That shit, it should be untolerated. So if he makes the roster, I'll be very surprised. Talented wise, he's very talented. Do you forgive? Yes, everybody should be forgiven one time. I don't know the dude's record. I don't know if it's, an ongoing thing. People can change. People can be reformed. Shit, I'm one of them, right? I mean, I ain't going to go into my life, but, people could turn shit around. So does he deserve another chance? Yes. If he makes the roster, he makes the roster. The dude is very talented. He's got all the athleticism, the size. He helped this team a lot. When Max Crosby got hurt, when Malcolm Kuntz was hurt, there's a reason they kept him on the roster. So, you know, you just got to smarten up. You got to smarten up. Can't be doing stupid shit. Salute Raider Rebel Nation. What's up, party people? What's good? What's good? Um, can Chris Smith and Trey Taylor be more than special teams players? Unleashing Addiction. Thank you for the $3 holla. And the dancing chicken? The fuck is that? um, I shit, I missed my question now. But appreciate you. Cam Smith. I really love Trey Taylor, bro. This dude has, you know, his tackling ability, the way he just throws his body like a missile. I think is a Pete Carroll, dream come true, right? Now, again, we seen the tactics, we seen the Kermit the Frog shit, we seen the immaturity. I loved it. I'm not gonna say anything about it. Some people took it the wrong way, right? Um, Football wise, yes, Trey Taylor is an absolute dog. I don't see why he doesn't make the roster. You know, drafted seventh overall. I don't really see too much talent this year, UDFA wise. Okay, Mello Dotson maybe. He's gonna have competition, bro. You're gonna have competition. But I see him making the roster. I definitely see him making the roster. Hopefully, it's not practice squad. But there's only so many spots. There's only so many spots. He wasn't drafted, by this regime, and whether people want to believe it or not, it makes a big difference. It makes a big difference if a guy was drafted by another regime doesn't fit your scheme or your style play. I mean, it has nothing to do, with the player. Sometimes it just happens to do with the fit, like a Trey Taylor right now, like Dylan Labe right now, like Zamir White right now. Um, like every wide receiver on this roster that was on this roster before camp. Really, there could be a scenario where the only receiver on this roster from last year is Jacoby Myers. All of them gone. All of them. Dante Thornton is making a splash on this team. Jack Beck is making a splash on this team. There's a couple UDFAs that are going to come in and try to make a splash on this team. So there's going to be competition at that. Also, Chris Sims is Chris Smith is a Georgia guy, right? He's a Georgia guy. He comes from that Georgia pedigree. I'm not sure why he wasn't on the field last year. You know, it just baffles me why the dude wasn't on the field last year. Maybe it was injuries that I missed. Probably not. I'm pretty much up on everything, even though I'm not live every day. I'm still up to date on shit. He was injured for a little bit, but he was on the practice squad most of the time. So I don't know. Maybe one of those guys that just don't have the character to be in Vegas, um, to be prepared, right? To come in prepared. But the dude again is another freak at safety. Man, we have a whole list. I mean, there's 7 guys that could start on this roster right now at safety, in my opinion. I don't think any of them taking the job from Jeremy Chin. But after that, it's a battle, bro. It's a battle. Um, Rebel, do you see the Eagles made a Star Wars tweet yesterday? Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I seen that. It was pretty nice. What about my mic? Coachable players with great coaching, right? Rebel prediction for our division record: 3-3 or 0-6. Why you want to put me on the spot all the time, Arnie Garza? All right, since nobody else, how everybody says they have faith in our coaching staff, in our team, but don't want to show that shit, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna go out on a very big limb. I'm gonna say we go 4-2 in the division. 4-2 in the division. Possibly, very, very possibly. Don't be surprised if we don't lose in the division. You heard it here first. Hot take. Say what you want. Pete Carroll is going to be prepared. We've played Kansas City very, very hard with poor offensive schemes, with bad head coaching, with bad coaching staff. We have Max Crosby that's on a mission. Malcolm Kuntz that just runs havoc on Patrick Mahomes. 5-1, bro. 5-1. Really, really. The Broncos games we played last year, we were in until halftime. One, we lost because of an interception in the end zone. for a touchdown, the game was washed. The other game, I believe we were ahead at halftime. We fell apart in the third quarter. Yes, they got better. Yes, we got better. But we also got better coaching wise, staff wise, offensive line wise, running back wise, wide receiver wise. We're competing in this division. I'm telling you, we're competing. We're not going to be 0-6. We're not going to be 3-3. I don't see us splitting it with these teams. I see us Pete Carroll with with that hardball shit. Don't be surprised if we sweep. Yes, sweep the Chargers. Don't be surprised if we sweep the Chargers. Don't be surprised if we go 1-1 because I think the Broncos are might be the toughest team in this division right now as we speak. I know all the talk about Kansas City. I know Patrick Mahomes. I get it. I get it. They had a killer draft. They got Jalen Knowles, which I almost shed a tear. Really. I almost had to wipe my face. I was like, they did not just get Jalen Knowles. However, I just see something going on with Kansas City. You can't be up there forever. You can't constantly be at the top. Those trick plays, the bullshit schemes, the trickery, the magician shit can't go on forever. So, with a dominant running game, with a crazy defensive line that we have, bro, I really see this team competing. I really see us competing in this division. Um, I gotta put my glasses on because it's starting to get dark and I can't see shit. Woo! Everyone big and fast, like big and fast, like your girlfriend. Damn. uh, Arnie Garza, Rebel, can Tony, what? Tommy freaking Eichenberg and Amari Gaynor beat out White and Rogers for the starting linebacker. Um, man, I really believe Amari Gaynor. Sorry, I really believe Amari Gaynor is gonna compete, yo. You see what he's doing on the drills. It just depends on where they put him. If they're smart enough to put him at linebacker, that's going to be a deep, deep competition right there. Tommy Eichenberg, I can see him being more of a role player, goal line, short yardage. Just because of the run defense. But then you got Eldon Smith, which is a run stopper, run defensive dude. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It just depends on how they come out in camp. If they know the system, if they know, you know, the players they're going against in a preseason, if they show, signs of flashing, I don't see how you don't put them in, as much as possible. And if they continue to excel when you put them in, possibly, very possibly, they could take that job. But I'm not giving up on Devin White yet. He's 27 years old. Some linebackers don't even hit their stride till, 27, 28, 29. I mean, how long did Ray Lewis play? No, I'm not comparing him to Ray Lewis, but the man is a Super Bowl champion, right? Um, look for Devin White with a little bit of coaching, a little bit of love to be that dude that he used to be. So I'm not saying he can be, the guy he once was, but he's not gonna go away, bro. He's not gonna go away. Can Tommy Mullet make our top 5 wide receiver? That's hard, bro. That's hard. He's he's a quarterback. He's never played wide receiver. He's mostly played special teams. Do I believe in this coaching staff? to get the best out of him. Absolutely 100%. So, um, man, Jacoby Myers. I don't know about Trey Tucker, Christian Wilkerson, Jack Beck, Dante Thornton. Not this year. No, no. I see him being mostly a punt returner, kickoff return, special team guy. And if he, if he shows flashes in practice, eventually, getting some reps. But I just don't see him being the fifth receiver. Um, not this early, but with his athleticism, bro, this dude could surprise some people. The kid is athletic as hell. Like you got quarterbacks hurdling people in games. That's wild, dude. That's wild to me. Um, so yeah, they picked him for a reason. Lawrence, what's good, my guy? Um, he can run to the unemployment office. Who we talking about? Team Jedi, always for the good. Oh, you're no fun. No fun. Genty, Mostert, McCormick, Labe will be our running back room. Pegas will be our fullback goal line specialist. I mean, you have to put that dude in at goal line. We were horrible in the red zone. We were horrible within 10 yards running the ball in the red zone. That will definitely change with a guy like Pegas, um, Pegas, however you say his name. I don't want to butcher it. Apologize. To call him JJ. That dude with Ashton Genty behind him. Come on, man. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Um, Genty a bust gonna be? Stop. Stop. Don't even put that out there, Shane. Don't make me block you. Fuck's wrong with you, Shane? Why would you say that? Damn it. Um, congrats on your YouTube. To check out one of your lives over the weekend. Yeah, she's blowing it up, bro. Like 60,000 followers. I need some of her live energy over here. You should never take a running back that high in the draft. I disagree. I disagree, my guy. Um, you know, we took Marcus Allen that high in the draft. Only turned out to be the greatest running back in the history of the Raiders organization with over 10,000 yards. Um, we took my guy McFadden, barring the injuries, probably would be second or third all time on the Raiders all time rushing list. We took Josh Jacobs, what, eighth overall, first round. Should have never left. Should still be on the roster. And um, yeah, so I disagree. I disagree. Yeah, you can get gems in the later rounds. You can always find a diamond in the rough. You can polish them up. It happens. But when it comes to Ashton Genty, mm, you don't get guys like that, bro, in the NFL once every 10 years, once every 20 years, once every 30 years. They don't come around. You pick them in the first round. You pick them in the first round. Dude's not going to be a bust. He's an absolute freak. Now, barring injury, because, anything could happen in the NFL, bro. But a healthy Ashton Genty becomes possibly one of the greatest running backs in the history of the NFL. I'm just saying, possibly. Genty will be a top 5 running back. I believe he's somewhere in that top 5, without even without even without even touching the ball yet. In my opinion, dude's never even touched the ball, and you got to put him in that category. The Raiders are going to run the ball more than probably any team in the NFL besides the Philadelphia Eagles and Saquon Barkley. They're going to constantly pound the rock down people's throat. Ashton Genty is going to be the one carrying that rock. Every 3 times the dude touches the ball, He has an explosive play. Like, come on, call it what you want to, but this kid is gonna rattle cages. He's gonna break tackles. He's gonna bounce off people like a pinball, just like he did in college. Because he's so small, you don't have a big target to hit, and what you do have from the waist down is legs as big as tree trunks. Like, people get hurt trying to tackle this dude. His legs are that big. Um, yeah, the kid's a freak, bro. Kid's a freak. There's no way, no way, no way. You're welcome, Rebel. I'm excited to see what you have to say during this year. Hopefully, sports fans as much as I can. Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Chef in the building. What's going on, my guy, Chef? Um, I'm hoping and counting on our offensive line being much better this season. I could tell you this without even playing a snap, we're better. We're better. How do I know? JPJ is in his second year. DJ Glaze is in his second year. Jordan Meredith is in what, third year, second year, third year. Um, Colton Miller, healthy, not coming off an injury. We just signed some beast in Rogers, and the dude I told everybody the Raiders were going to draft, and Mr. Grant. I told y'all. Didn't I tell y'all? How many times did I say if the Raiders take a lineman, it's going to be Grant? We can get him in the fourth or fifth round. People are going to sleep on this kid, and we got him. So this offensive line is better already. Day one, going into camp, if they stay healthy. 10 to 15. 10 to 15. If they're better than a top 10, bro, we're definitely making the playoffs. I'm very easily. If this offensive line is a top 10 offensive line, we make the playoffs. Now, if they're 10, 15th, 14th, wild card, we're going to be battling. I'm calling it now. But they have the potential to be a top, you know, 15 down offensive line. JPJ working out with Max Crosby every single day. First one in the building, last one to leave. Other guys are taking suit. Man, these guys are going to be nasty. The offensive line is going to be better just with the running game we have. You have Brock Bowers in his second year. You have um, Michael Mayer in his third year. Going to be in a whole lot of 12 personnel doing a whole lot of blocking. We have not one, not two, but three over 6'2" receivers that are physical, that are strong, that move guys off the offensive line. They block in the run game. They block in the screen game. This offense is going to be dangerous. It's going to be dangerous. And having those receivers and running backs that can do all those things makes your offensive line better. I think the offensive line got, not enough credit for as well as they played last year. Now, you know, you could say, yeah, they struggled. Yeah, they had hard times. But our running backs were horrible. I watched the film over and over and over again. I was just watching some 2 days ago because I was deleting shit, and I was like, "What's this video?" And I was watching a video I made of what game was it? The Broncos game. Just absolutely ridiculous. No skills, like no vision in the running back room. We have guys that make plays and can take it to the house every time they touch the ball. That's going to make your offensive line better. What the hell did I just do? Oh shit. Um, Da, 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 da. Rebel, now that we got Ashton Genty, do you see him becoming running back one in Vegas? Or is he more of a weapon that will rotate in? He's the starter day one. He's the starter. He's going to get most of the reps. I can see on third down, if it's a passing down, not a running down, I can see him using the veteran Mostert. But he's going to get his push. He's going to get, his reps too. So it just depends on the team we're playing, I think. If they have a solid run defense, look for us to pass the ball more. Look for Ashton Genty not to get as many touches. Like, he's not going to get 20, 25 touches every single game. We're going to go against teams on this schedule that have, top 10 defenses, run defenses. So our coaches will be prepared. They will use him wisely. And yes, he's definitely running back one from the jump. From the jump, he has to be. Um, with Pete Carroll officially leading the Raiders, how do you think the coaching style will reshape this team? Do you see him bringing that same fire he had in Seattle to Vegas? He's already brought that same fire. He brings that fire everywhere he goes, man. The dude is a ball of energy. That's all he does is bring fire everywhere he goes. He makes people better just being around him, not even having to teach, just being around him, just his energy makes people better. So, yeah, it's man, you can't put into words what Pete Carroll is going to do to this franchise or Tom Brady or Spytek. The contract negotiations they've been doing, the drafting they did, the positions that they filled in the draft, in the rounds that they got them in, were surprising to me. So yeah, he brings that energy everywhere. And look for this team. They say a team becomes their coach, right? Feeds off their coach, becomes their coach's mentality. If that happens, this team is scary, dude. We're scary, scary, scary. Pick up my mic. I know you can't hear me when I move the mic around. Sorry. No camp. I think no caps. I think we should get a Toronto team. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind seeing that. But if you listen to Trump talk, there might not be a Canada. We might just take that shit. Uh, Rick, what's good, my guy? Sorry, I didn't see you. I'm slow. I'm behind. Um, Glad you pulled up. How's it going over there in the Tennessee world? Y'all got some crazy storms. Um, you got to come say hi more often, Rebel, and share your channel. Rebel can't get mad. I just ain't buying the Kool Aid. Well, I might have to spike that Kool Aid for you. um, I know, I know, I know. I'm drinking the Kool Aid. I'm putting vodka in that shit. The next round, I'm putting tequila in it. I'm getting drunk off it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna get tore back off this Kool Aid. I was on that train a little bit last year, not as much. Um, Genty ain't Hampton, little Raider Bros. I know he ain't Hampton. He's way better than Murray and Hampton. Come on, stop with the caps. Um, who got it better than us? I don't know right now. I'm not gonna lie, Donkeys fan. Um, Wait, where do Murray and Hampton go? To Chargers? Oh, Chargers fan. Don't come in here with your no Super Bowls, no playoff wins, talking shit. Um, I was laughing at how you said thought it was funny, but I don't know. Do the Raiders think that you guys are gonna make the Super Bowl? Nah, bro, that's crazy talk. But anything can happen, right? Anything can happen. So don't count out my Raiders. Pete Carroll has won everywhere he has gone. He has had a winning record everywhere he has gone. In the first year, he has had a winning record everywhere he has gone. So, yes, I see us competing, whether it's wild card, whether, some crazy shit happens where we end up winning the division, which is not impossible at this point. Um, but Super Bowl, come on, that's crazy talk. Like, I'll be happy if we're in a wild card conversation or, if we make the playoffs. But if we make the playoffs, you can bet your ass Super Bowl is not out of the question. We have to make the playoffs first. Baby steps, baby steps. Um, Genty didn't play the toughest division in college. Either did a Marion Hampton, bro. Yes, he's in a solid division, but come on, look at the teams they played. I'm not saying the Marion Hampton's bad, dude. Y'all got a killer ass running back, and then you got, I don't even want to say this, Najee Harris to groom the guy and bring him along, man. Like, y'all got a damn good team. Y'all got a damn good team. But the way y'all choked in the playoffs, I just don't see it. I don't see it. Um, love the Kool Aid and vodka. You like strawberry Kool Aid, some lemon lime Kool Aid, cherry Kool Aid. What kind of Kool Aid? What kind of Kool Aid we talking? I got to study for this class, but I'm listening. Nice, nice. LA Supreme Chargers have the foundation thanks to Jim. Oh yeah. Unleashing Addiction. Thanks for the 99 cent 100. Um, Look, I'm not gonna sit here and say the Chargers ain't a powerhouse in the NFL. They definitely are. Even with Dobbs or Dobbins, whatever the hell the running back was last year, they still ran the ball almost 100 yards a game, right? So with Najee and O'Marion, they're going to be nasty. They're going to be nasty. They still need, that offensive line to be a little stronger. They still need another receiver to go with the one they got last year. I hate saying his name. I watched you during the draft. I really enjoyed it with you. I know. I appreciate you, Nathan. Thanks for coming back, my guy. I have the same amount of playoff wins as Sherbert. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can go there. And since we're on that topic, I seen where they have Geno Smith ranked as the sixth best quarterback in the NFL. Now, come on, man. I'm a Raiders fan. It's obvious, but that's just absolutely crazy to me. The guys they had below him, Brock Purdy, um, Jordan Love, who else? Justin Sherbert, um, and I don't know who else, but they all have playoff wins except for Justin Sherbert. Um, he'll get there one day. But all the teams are all the players they have below Geno Smith from 7 down to 12, besides Justin Herbert, have all made the playoffs and won playoff games. But you still have Geno, the seventh best quarterback in the NFL. Now, I would be tickled pink like a pig's cooter if that is the scenario. If we have the 12th best quarter or the seventh best quarterback in the NFL and we don't make the playoffs and compete for a Super Bowl, something is wrong. Something is way wrong. But I just think that's a way high ranking, bro. Like tomorrow I'll be on the computer. Make sure y'all pull up because we're gonna break down some stats of some Geno numbers that, man, I love the dude, but I think the hype train has just gone crazy with this Geno thing. Now in Pete Carroll's system, which he knows Pete Carroll is gonna, hopefully build this system around him, around his strengths, and he has every chance to be that top 7 quarterback. But just looking at his numbers over his career, y'all need to pump the brakes on this Geno shit. Like, he's done nothing. He's done nothing in his career. Made one playoff game, lost badly. Um, had a horrible game. So, you know, do I wish the best? Yes. Chargers gonna change y'all pocket. What? Chargers gonna charge y'all pockets. Chargers ain't doing nothing, bro. Um, you're acting like the Dallas Cowgirls, ringing up uh, your ancient past history. Whether it's history or not, we still have 3 chips to your 0 goose egg. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Until y'all get those rings, and we have 2 losses. One questionable. Um, should have 4 rings. But yeah, we're gonna bring up the history in Raider Nation because we sucked ass for 20 something years, 30 years. Like, we had what a 3 year run with Rich Gannon and Gruden in there. So, bro, don't hate on us for bringing up the past, but at least we have a past to bring up and fucking, stand on. Y'all ain't got shit. Y'all ain't got shit. Uh, Genty could help inspire some better blocking for sure. He's gonna get there, man. He's gonna get there. He's gonna get there. We have a damn good running back coach. We have an offensive line coach. Um, he's gonna get there. He's gonna get there. And I really don't think he's gonna have to do too much blocking, to be honest with you. I mean, if you know a guy's weaknesses, why not just use him use him at his strengths, right? His strengths are running the ball. Even catching out of the backfield is a strength in my opinion. So yeah, he could use some better blocking for sure. He could use some better blocking on the offensive line if that's what you mean for sure. Also, but I think this offensive line is going to be fine, and I think he'll be all right in pass pro. If that's what you're talking about. But again, I just don't see him in pass pro too much. You know what I mean? Like, I could see him running the ball first down, second down, like we did all last year. And no, nobody's gonna love it, but I'm here for it, right? Nobody's gonna love it. It's not gonna be, some crazy thing where like, oh my god, we're scoring, 38 points a game and winning by 25 or 24. But it could be. It could be. Um, Chargers will be at the top of the AFC West ranking, Papa. Well, you know where this channel is. I'm live a lot. I would say every day, but I've been flaking lately. Um, but yeah, come talk about it when the season's over. During the season, you're welcome anytime. I go live for games. Pull up on the Chargers Raider game. Definitely. We have the foundation set thanks to Jim. Wanting to take Justin to the Hall of Fame. Look, I'm not hating on the Chargers. They have the foundation. They have the head coach. They have the quarterback. They have the running backs. They have everything they need. They just need to put it together. And you know, Jim's not been in the NFL for a long, long time, right? And there were some games last year that I seen that his coaching was not something to brag about, right? Um, they got dominated in some games. They had a damn good record. They made the playoffs, but the games they lost were nasty, bro. They didn't look good. And teams are going to look at that shit all on tape this year and they're going to be ready for that shit. So they're going to have to mix it up. You can't, just run the ball, run the ball, run the ball on every single team you play. When a team has a top 5 running defense in the NFL, you don't run the ball down their throat or try to. You know, that's my opinion. You got Herbert. Let him throw the ball. Let him run the ball. Let him, get some play actions going, something. But um, the Chargers have a chance, bro. They have a chance. They definitely have a chance to compete in this division. The AFC West, in my opinion, has always been the strongest division in football. We always have 3 teams that are, right there competing for the playoffs almost every single year. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Kansas City will not win the AFC West. I don't see them winning the AFC West this year. I don't. I don't. Be lucky as shit. I'd love to see him in fourth. I'd be happy with fourth place. Be happy with fourth place. Chargers have the best atmosphere and will thrive off that power, pure energy. Come on, man. Have you been in that stadium? It's hot as fuck in there, bro. People are dying and fainting and passing out. What energy? Like y'all need an air conditioner in that bitch. Um, your home games ain't even home games. Y'all just like the Raiders. Um, Justin Herbert does, dude. He's a top 10 quarterback. I'm not gonna lie. The Chargers are scary. Um, they're scary, but it's the NFL, and matchups mean a lot, right? Matchups mean a lot. When your offensive line ain't the greatest, and you're going against a top five, top 10 defensive line. When your corners or your safeties ain't the greatest, and you're going against three fast ass big receivers, matchups mean a lot in the NFL. And I think that's why the Chargers did what they did in the offseason, bro. They cleaned house. I'm not gonna lie. They got better at a lot of positions that they needed to fill, except for wide receiver, I think. Right? Sherbert 0-2 in the playoffs. Prediction, Rebel. Who will be our MVP on offense and defense? That's going crazy, bro. We haven't even got to camp yet, but I'll play along. I'll play along. As it stands right now, Brock Bowers on offense. I know you want me to say Max Crosby on defense, don't you? That would be the obvious choice. I'm not going there. Um, hmm, hmm. I'm gonna say Jeremy Chin. I'm gonna say Brock Bowers and Jeremy Chin. I'm gonna say Jeremy Chin makes the biggest impact on this defense this year. And if you haven't seen his workouts, go watch this wrecking ball. Like, is the dude even human? Is he robot? Is he chiseled out of granite? Who the fuck made Jeremy Chin? What is this dude made out of? Like, holy shit, bro. Have you seen this guy? And he runs fast? My God. I'm telling you, watch out for Jeremy Chin this year. If our corners are half as good as I think they are going to be with Darian Porter, um, uh, with Jacorian Bennett, with Eric Stokes, if these guys solidify their spots like I believe they're going to be, our safeties are going to eat. They're going to eat. They're going to eat, and they're going to continue to eat. This dude makes plays from the box. He makes plays from the backfield. He makes plays in coverage. He makes plays when he gets beat. He's a playmaker, constantly making plays, and I think it's going to be one of the key aspects to this defense and how good we are. Because if you can't get past the safeties, how do you get to the end zone, right? If the safeties keep everything in front of them and the defensive line does their job, all we got to worry about is the middle of the field. And if we got guys that can cover man to man, it's going to be hard for teams. It's going to be very, very hard. So I think Brock Bowers easily has another year like he did last year. He's just a weapon that you can't not get the ball to, in my opinion. So it's Brock. And then, the obvious choice is Max Crosby if he's healthy, just because he's a disruption. Whether he misses the tackle, makes the tackle, he's still in the backfield. He's still getting pressure. Um, Sometimes leads to big plays, but if he's healthy, he's always the number one guy on defense. But I just feel like Jeremy Chin back there at safety is going to have so many opportunities to make big plays for this defense. Um, what else we got? Um, Tony, do you know what the Chargers are doing? You're witnessing history in the making. Hey, man, y'all sucked ass so bad. I would, I'd be rooting for the best too. Like, it is the time for the Chargers to definitely be positive, more positive than they've been in a long time. So keep your head up, bro. It's coming. It's coming. Hopefully not anytime soon, because y'all got to get through us. Little Jim can't win with the money on the table, right? When the stakes are high. And if you don't believe me, go look at his route, the 49ers. Go look at his NFL shit. He did. He did win in Michigan. Did win in Michigan. Pete Carroll has done motivational speaking before. Um, I want to drop one thing. My phone's about to die, so I got to get off here pretty quick. But I want to say one thing, and I'm going to continue to bring this up probably on every live. Um, Ashton fucking Genty. You know why this dude is special? One reason only. The Raiders gave out a playbook to 100 prospects this year. 100 prospects. They taped $100 bill to the back of the playbook. I don't know how many prospects noticed the $100 bill, but from what was told, it wasn't a lot, right? Nobody commented on it. Nobody said shit. There might be a playbook in the trash with $100 bills attached to it, because a lot of players didn't even fucking take the time to get through the back of the playbook to notice there was $100 bill taped to it. Now, I know the $100 bill is not a lot, and that's not the moral of the story. The moral of the story is Ashton Genty took the time to go through the whole entire fucking playbook. But then when he got to the end and found the $100, you know what he did with that $100 bill? He put that shit in an envelope, send it back to the Las Vegas Raiders, and said, "Give me this when I win you a Super Bowl." If that don't put chills up and down your back, how this dude ain't gonna be a bust, how he's gonna be one of the top, if healthy, running backs in history, in my opinion. That mentality, you can't teach. You can't teach shit like that. That dude did not have to go through that entire playbook, right? And probably many people didn't. We seen Shador in the Giants interview was not prepared, and we'll break that down in another video. I got a whole live coming on the whole Shador racism bullshit thing going on. Um, look for that very soon, sometime this week, as soon as I get all the shit together. But not being prepared in the NFL shows coaches, general managers, owners all they need to know. If I'm taking a chance on you, paying you millions of fucking dollars, you damn well better know the playbook, better know the system, better not only know your shit, but the players around you. And that's what the Raiders are bringing into this organization. Guys that want to be here, guys that want to learn, guys that want to be the best. They don't want to just play football. They don't just want to get a paycheck. They want to fucking just win, baby. Every single play. They want to beat their guy. They want to win their 111 matchup. And that's what we're bringing in this roster. So the guys that get cut didn't cut it. You know what I mean? Rick, it is entertaining as fuck to know how. What the fuck word is that? Um, is going to be this season. The Chargers are anxiously desperate for some football, bro. Everybody's desperate for football. It's almost here. Um, and I can't wait, man. Pull up, like I said, pull up on the Raiders Chargers game because they're gonna be a damn good team. They're gonna be a damn good team. Um, Tony, put money on the line when you go to Vegas. Um, Once you play the Chargers, put your money where your mouth is. Hey, like I said, pull back up. We'll make some bets. Raiders games. I think Justin had 24 points lead against the Jags and choked them. All right, all right, all right. Stop bringing up choke this. It sounds super gay coming from y'all Raider chants. Hey, it ain't my fault. Chargers fans are always choking, bro. Like, get the cock out of your mouth. Maybe you can win a game, bro. Maybe you won't choke all the time. I'm just saying. Look up the past history on the Pirates, aka Raiders. Deep what? Oh, did in the deep blue seas. We robbed and looted for booty. Oh my goodness. All right, the sherbert talk. Bueno, what's good? What's good, my guy? Where you been? Actually, where I been, huh? Probably the better question. Is that Chargers troll from Ben's channel in this chat? Who knows, bro? It's probably Ben himself. Fuck you, me. Uh, Rebel, show me some love. My guy Rick Watson in the building, bro. I always show you love. Understand PM? What? I don't know what that means. You know I'm always showing love in here. uh Quentin Johnson is gonna show out this year. Yeah, y'all fucking team is nasty, bro. Quit making me think of all the players y'all got. Um, that mofo getting the boot. Y'all can keep him if he continues to drop big balls. Who? Who are you talking about? Raider Paul was good in the building. Jack Cannon was good. Was good. Was good. It's good, my brother. Alex M was good. Appreciate y'all. Sorry, I'm just getting to the bottom of this chat. Raiders versus Cowboys in Vegas. Be there. Pull up. Is it a regular season game or a playoff game? I mean, playoff fucking game. Is it a preseason game again or is it regular season? I'll pull up. I'll pull up. I ain't fucking around. Um, Glad to be here. Shit, glad to have you, my guy Bueno. It's been a minute. I ain't been on in about a week. Um, I will look later. Rick, what did I miss about the Rick thing? I gotta go back. Support my guys. I support y'all. Who am I supporting? Oh, wait, okay, guys, show me some love. Subscribe to my channel. Oh, what? Straight razors and sharpening. Taking a general knives. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. Drop the link. Drop the link. You got a wrench. Drop the link in the chat, Rick. Sorry, I missed it, my brother. I must have skipped over that one. But yeah, grab your link, post it in here. Y'all go check out his channel. Follow my guy. Bolts have improved when talent is off season. They will run the ball better now. Bolts trying to get Herbert slaughtered. Oh, not trying to get Herbert slaughtered. But they got to use Justin Herbert. See, this is my problem I had with them bringing in Jim Harbaugh. He's a run the ball first. Herbert is a damn good quarterback. He's not, you know, um, what do you like? I don't know, bridge, whatever. The dude needs to throw the ball downfield. He needs to be the focal point of your offense. And with Harbaugh, that's never going to be. He's a run first guy, and he's killing Justin Herbert in my opinion. He's holding him back. Like this dude could be way better. He needs a run game that you know that helps him, not not a run game where he's throwing the ball 20 times a game and they're running it 30 times a game. I don't think the Chargers are going to win like that. But that's Harbaugh's system. That's how he runs his shit. So, um, so to me, bro, that's rough. Great story, love it, dude. That's the end of the draft day movie. LOL. You had a movie? Spytech is cooking some shit up. About time we have a competent front office, right? Adults are in the building. Yeah, I'm super stoked, man. I'm stoked. Hey, welcome to the only Chargers fan in the world. Hey, at least I got the only Chargers fan in the world on my show. Come on, man. It's a privilege, right? CFL preseason coming soon. Yes, yes, preseason. Um, Jeff is in rare form tonight. Oh, good lord. Mom's going off. I hope the Raiders cornerback spot do shake out good. God, I hope they do too, man, because we have Patrick Surtain and now Jade Barron for the Broncos. That is going to be the nastiest cornerback room on the planet, in my opinion. Like, we're going to have to run the ball. We have to run the ball a lot against the Broncos. Powdered blue bitches. Oh, Cowgirls and Bolts. Cry, cry, cry. Dante Thornton was the steal of the draft. I, I'm kind of speechless. I don't know. I don't know if I could say that because I think there were so many steals of the draft. It's like we robbed a bank, bro. Like, to be honest, I mean, I could see Dante Thornton being, you know, a big, big part of this offense. Now, I'm not going to say rookie of the year because you're not going to get the reps or the attempts that you should get because you have Brock Bowers, because you have Jacoby Myers, um, and Jack Beck. But these dudes are going to put up numbers, bro. They're going to put up a lot of numbers. And in the next, 2 or 3 years, don't be surprised if Deontay Thornton isn't one of the top 5 or 10 top 5 or 10 receivers in the NFL. Like he has amazing, amazing speed. He has crazy arm length. He can, he's got big ass hands. He can catch well. A lot of people say he has a limited route tree. Go watch games in Oregon. The dude can run routes. He's gonna make fucking noise in the NFL. But I don't know if I could say the steal of the draft because Jack Beck, Ashton Genty at 6 is another steal. JJ Pegas in the 5th round, or what do we get? 6th round, another steal. The whole draft was a steal, bro. The whole draft was a steal. All these dudes, write it down. You heard it here first. Every one of those 9 guys we drafted, 11 guys we drafted, whatever, are going to be on this team for a couple years, I do believe, and are going to compete. Like they're going to push people off this roster. There's going to be a lot of people that are losing their jobs because of this draft. I thought it was going to be that way last year. A lot of them didn't get a chance to prove they were worthy of the picks where they were drafted, whether it was injuries, whether it was, bad coaching, whatever it was. But this draft was nasty, bro. Absolutely nasty. Caleb Rogers is going to compete for that job day one. I do believe with 6'4", 320. It's one of the biggest guards we have in the building. And like I said earlier, I could see Munford, I could see Parham, I could see all those dudes if we can't find trade candidates, just being flat out cut. Raiders can swoop Gus Edwards for real. Why are you timing out the Chargers fan? Let him speak. Let him speak. It's more fun. Give it 2 years before Harbaugh and Herbert are on the market. It could very well be because you have a quarterback that should be throwing the ball 30 times a game, and he's not. And he's not. Like, the dude doesn't turn the ball over. He throws a damn good deep ball. He just hasn't had an offensive line or weapons. And then you bring in, Jim Harbaugh, who's just going to come in and run the ball, and you're not going to use the quarterback the way he should be used, in my opinion. So it could be a short-lived marriage there. As a guy that is part of the AFC West show, Chargers third best draft in the AFC West. Yeah, I think the Broncos, damn, they murdered it, bro. But really, I don't know. I think the AFC West all had a damn good draft. Really, they all filled positions and holes with damn good players that are they're gonna make a splash day one. 2 dozen Bolts fan in all social media, right? 2 dozen Bolts fans and no rings. Killer, what's good, my guy? Appreciate you pulling up. Um, Broncos no fly zone for sure. Raiders have the best uh, draft in the AFC West. It was definitely an A, bro. I definitely give it an A. I questioned the last couple picks. The Cam Miller with the guys that were on the board, I think we could have did better. Tommy Mallet, I think we could have did better, but the guy still, I think, has a chance to compete and shit. Rebel doing the wrong channel. He's a Chokers fan. Shut the fuck out of here. You bumped your head with that shit. I'm just an honest Raiders fan. They have a damn good team. They have a damn good team. But like I said, I still see us going 4-2 or 5-1 in the division this year. It's going to be a big swing and a big turnaround. Like, our defense is going to be too much for them to handle. They're not going to be able to run the ball, down our throats like they have in years past. And we have a secondary now. We have, man, I'm telling you, Raiders are going to be tough. But the AFC West all got better, like it or not, every single one of them. Yeah, nobody's stopping Genty. However, you look at the Donkeys defense last year had a top 5 running defense. So division games are gonna be fun. Gonna be fun again, right? Competition to the death. I can't wait. I can't wait. Right? Fuck the other 31, not just the division. That death T, yeah, right? Death row. Appreciate it. All the good drafts, AFC West based on positions, and pick number 1, Raiders, number 2, Kansas City, Chargers, then Denver. Draft rankings? Bro, I thought Denver cleaned up. Like, Genty alone for the Raiders. Excited to what they do, right? Just it's gonna change everything. We had our leading rusher last year was 420 yards, bro. We barely rushed for 1,000 yards with 4 running backs. Like, come on. It's gonna be a whole new team, bro. Whole new team. Um, Gino Vick, Genty X Bowers. Yeah, the the Broncos needed to have the draft that they did because their defense has to get better. The Chargers, their defense has to get way better, way better. You can talk about the Chargers offense, but who the fuck is stopping Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty, Jacoby Myers, Jack Beck, Dante Thornton? I mean, and that's not even adding Trey Tucker in there with his 4.3 speed if he makes the roster, which is maybe not. Um, we have too many weapons, bro. We have too many weapons. Thornton has a lot to prove, and Beck. I think Beck has more to prove because he was second round. Where Thornton was drafted, I don't think he has much pressure on him. He can come. I think Raider Nation puts too much pressure on him. Jack Beck, drafted in the second round, you have to contribute day one. You're a second round pick. There's no way around that. You have to produce day one on the field. You're going to have to make a mark. Now Thornton, where he was drafted, right? What, fourth round? That's a little different. You got, nobody's expecting you to be the guy day one. At least 2 3 years before anybody even expects to see anything out of him. Depending on how you look at it, but I see that dude. I see him having a big rookie year. I really do. Like Thornton, with his size at 6'5", running a 4.3 flat is who the fuck's gonna hang with that, right? Who's gonna hang with that? Gino being accurate with the deep ball, it's gonna be tough on people. It's gonna be tough. The draft guys gave KC a lot of our guys drafted for the Raiders. See, Jack, you drafting for the wrong team. CB's way faster in the NFL Rebel. Yeah, but not 4.3 wise. How many corners run a 4.3 in the NFL? It's a very short list. Very short list. How many of them are 6'5"? None. None. So Thornton has a very, very huge advantage, bro. He's 6'5". He has a crazy wingspan. And the dude is, you know, like, come on. He has a huge advantage. Most corners in the NFL, the average corner size in the NFL is 5'10", 5'11", 5'10", 5'11". That's the average corner size. A lot of these guys are, 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot. Oh, I believe, sorry, 6 foot, not 5'11". But 6 foot is the average corner size. And I believe the average speed is like 4.5. Not all these guys run a 4.3. He has to show up first in the NFL with in the NFL will in preseason. Yeah, I mean, you have to prove. You can't just come out here and be given the job. And, that's why I think the greatest thing that ever happened to Shador Sanders was getting picked in the fifth round. Nothing's going to be given to this dude. He's going to have to work for everything he has. And when you're a fourth round pick in the NFL, you got shit to prove. So Dante has a lot to prove. But if anybody can do it, it's a guy that's 6'5", runs a 4.3 40, and has pretty damn good routes. I mean, that's a recipe for wins in the NFL. If you look at Randy Moss, you look at Chad Johnson. I'm trying to think who else was 6'5". Um, To, look at these big, huge receivers that were fast. It's hard to cover these guys. Hard to cover these guys. Raider Ryan, I saw they might make a move. Pete Carroll teaching last year. A lot of his students and fellow possessors had nothing but high praise on his ability to relate with the students on their level. Yeah, and Pete Carroll's he's going to keep that job. He already said, like, he don't plan to get rid of that shit. Um, if you go watch the Rich Eisen show, go check out Rich Eisen. He said he went to the last conference Pete Carroll did at USC for this year, because now it's football time, so he's not there no more. But he said he went to that, and he said it inspired the shit out of him. He said he's never heard nothing like it. So that's Rich Eisen, giving high praise to Pete Carroll. This dude knows how to talk to people. He knows how to relate to people. He knows how to get the best out of people, by showing them that they're appreciated, by showing them that they're needed, by showing them that they're loved. This dude is, he's going to build these guys up. He's going to build up their character. He's going to build up their confidence. And a 6'5" dude that runs a 4.3 40 with confidence is the scariest fucking thing on the planet, in my opinion. Like that's scary as fuck. So, Yeah, Pete Carroll is a lot of people are sleeping on the Raiders and what he's going to do to this organization. I'm telling you, he's going to get the best out of these players. And for these guys that say, we won 4 games last year, we'll be lucky to win 6 this year. You're fucking high, dude. And give me some of what you're smoking because I want some of that. There's no way we only win 6 games. Like, come on, look at our schedule, bro. This team is going to be competing in every game. I don't see us getting blown out. There's my offensive lineman right there. The next Colton Miller. What grade y'all think that kid is in behind me? How old do you think he is? Um, I believe Pete and Spytek did a great job on both bringing in great players and even better men. Absolutely. I'm not saying Sanders isn't a good kid, but he's not a fit for what we're trying to do. I don't think he's a fit for what a lot of teams are trying to do because of his cockiness, bro. The NFL is a team sport. It's never about me. There's no I in team. And I think that's why the young man fell. But again, I don't know which day this week, but one of the days this week, I will jump into the Shador thing. I was trying to let it die off because I don't want to be like, money grabber like everybody else and just trying to slander this dude's name. But we'll break it down. Definitely break it down for sure tomorrow. But I'm gonna get off here, man. I've been out here for a little bit. And my phone is about to die. So I'm hyped to see more than uh, 4 post-game locker room speeches next season. Yeah, that would be nice, bro. That would be nice. 10 question, maybe 6. If we win 8 games, I'll be happy. Yeah, that's my nephew back there. So yeah, the kid is 9 years old. It fucking weighs like 200 pounds. It was gonna be a beast. His dad's like 6'4" or some shit. So yeah, I'm trying to get him out of the soccer phase into the football phase. But yeah, shout out everybody rocking with me. I will be on every day this week. Promise, guaranteed. We got some more shit to break down. Definitely the Shador Sanders thing. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be controversial. So pull up for sure. Yeah, good to see you too, man. Sorry, I've been away for a couple days. So much shit going on, man. So much shit going on, but I'm back on track. So appreciate y'all. Much love. Shout out to the next Colton Miller. Peace. Raiders!